Welcome to the long weekend and unfortunately thunderstorms, and they're really picking up. You can see a messy looking radar, very unorganized, very very symptomatic of an upper level low. You've got a lot of cold air aloft, so it's sparking up these thunderstorms. And coming into the city of Toronto, I mean, we're seeing sort of one after another, and unfortunately what's associated with these 10 to 20 millimeters, just like that, in a very short period of time. So we're getting what are really torrential downpours, so drastically reduced visibility, and as well some very gusty winds. Pea-sized to marble-sized hail have also been associated with these storms, so please be careful in the 401, for example, in the QEW, the Gardner, also as you head up towards cottage country as well. So to report stormy weather, we want to hear from you, your photos and videos with us. So just a widespread area of an isolated risk of severe storms today. Special weather statement issued from Environment Canada. We've seen watches earlier popping up through the southwestern regions of Ontario. So this evening, what is it going to be like? It's going to remain unsettled right through the evening hours. Temperatures are feeling cooler because you've got those gusty winds coming in out of the north. Through Saturday, it'll feel a lot fresher. Unfortunately, it's not going to feel quite as warm as you'd like it to this time of year. And it's all as a result of this really broad area of low pressure that's affecting areas all the way throughout the east. But let's take a look at the long range for the city of Toronto. As you get into Monday, into Tuesday, you've got clear conditions, but it is slightly below seasonal. You're watching the Weather Network on this Friday, and I guess I'm trying to find a silver lining with these thunderstorms today, because you can see a very messy looking radar. We've had a series of them rolling through the city of Toronto. Heavy rain. They're really fast moving, but 10-20 millimeters hail associated with these storms, whether you're going up the 400, heading off to cottage country, or down the 401 westbound towards, let's say, Goderich, for example. We've been seeing these thunderstorms, but at least they're today because it's looking a little bit better. It's looking drier anyway in the long range. You'll have those details coming up. But Rachel, what's it looking like right now from a traffic perspective?
Thanks, Carrie. Right now, from a traffic perspective, we're definitely messy out there. I always like to say rush hour comes early on a Friday, and now throw this rain into the mix. We're really seeing not a good drive right now. Take a look. This is a shot of the 401 out in Scarborough. This is where we saw some of the heaviest rain, some ponding on the highways as well. So if you were traveling through here, you definitely noticed the low visibility. Now, in terms of the 401, as you're traveling through the city, this is a shot of Islington and just a lot of volume. So that's what you are dealing with. Now, for those of you heading up to Cottage Country, now we're not seeing any huge problems per se, but just a ton of volume. So that's why you are seeing those delays out of Bradford right into Barrie. Your connection to Highway 11, though, not looking too bad. Now, earlier, Travelers Network, we tweeted we were going to see this stormy weather, especially during rush hour, and that's exactly what we saw. So, Carrie, for anyone that wants a traffic report, they can go to travelersnetwork.com, or, of course, download the Travelers Network app. And I also wanted to mention we are seeing closures this weekend. The Lakeshore closes tonight completely, and then tomorrow for the Toronto Caravana, it will be closed around Parkside and the X. So do expect that as well.
Yeah, patience is probably a good thing. Thanks a lot, Rachel. We appreciate it. Okay, this is what it looks like tonight. You know, it's funny, a lot of us around here are talking about just how chilly it's going to be feeling over the next couple of days. Unfortunately, showers will continue with the possibility, again, of thunderstorms right through the evening hours. Your Saturday's looking relatively dry, at least in the city of Toronto. And as you head a little bit further towards cottage country, you might have that chance of that risk of an isolated shower. But at this point, really the bulk of that moisture and those heavy downpours is really for today. But those northwesterly winds are making it feel a whole lot cooler. And with these thunderstorms associated with those today, very gusty winds. So let's take a look at your long range forecast. And you can see it looks a lot drier, but temperatures are several degrees below their seasonal values. And the overnight temperatures are really feeling a whole lot cooler, unfortunately. So take everything to bundle up this weekend, especially if you're heading out to do some camping. This is what's coming up.